I'm leaving. Good afternoon or good morning, America. I'm walking out right now from Cave Rachel, the tomb of our matriarch Rachel. Rachel was the quintessential Yiddish mama. In fact, the Rebbe in one of his talks explains the whole idea that if you see when you walk out here, Rachel is buried literally on the way to Bethlehem. And if you see Israel, in order to make a way for Jews to get her safely, they had to literally build a wall that stands maybe 25 feet tall with barbed wires on top, which goes all the way till the road getting back to Yerushalayim for the safety of the Jewish people. But we of course know the story that we read on the second day of Rosh Hashanah, that the reason why Rachel was buried on the way, B'derech Efrat, on the way to Bethlehem, was that when her children will be exiled later on by the Babylonians, and will be on the way down in going to exile, they will come and they will cry on the tomb of Rachel, their mother. And Rachel goes up and stands and pleads before the Almighty, asking God to look after his children, after the Jewish people. And God bellows the famous words that say, Yesh schar lepulasayich, Rachel, there will be a reward for your efforts, v'tikva lach resayich, and a hope. And the rabbis tell us that what it means when God says, Yesh schar lepulasayich, there will be a reward for your efforts. God is talking about the efforts that Rachel made by not being buried in the tomb of the matriarchs and patriarchs in Hebron and giving up her spot. So she should be there on the way when her children, the Jewish people, are in pain and distress, that they should have a place and a person and an address to turn to. And Rachel gave up her space in the tomb of the matriarchs and patriarchs to be there for her children. And that's the essence, the quintessential of what a Yiddish mama is. And God says, Yesh schar lepulasayich, there will be a reward to your efforts, to Rachel. Because Rachel wasn't a martyr. She chose this. She wasn't forced to. She chose to give up her space so her children could have comfort, knowing that their mother is there for them. And that's been the story of the Jewish mother throughout our ages. All the way from Miriam to Devorah. All these great women, and every single Jewish mother who was ready to self-sacrifice by choice so she could be there to nurture her children, to imbue them with a love for Yiddishkeit, and to give them the sense of belonging, of Jewish pride. We were supposed to carry on from here to Hebron to visit the tomb of the matriarchs and patriarchs. Whenever we come to Israel, we make sure to visit, of course, these two places, the tomb of Rachel and the tomb of the matriarchs and patriarchs. But today, in the morning, on Kvish 60, on Road 60, there was a shooting by a terrorist who shot a woman and killed a 40-year-old woman who was driving and giving someone else a ride. Two people, one seriously injured and one killed, on the way to Hebron. And now the roads are closed. We're not sure if we're going to be able to get there. But you think about these people. All they want to do is go pray, go breathe next to the holiest places in Judaism, in Hebron and Jerusalem. And yet, they don't want to let us live in peace. They don't want to let us live in our own land. But we remember the words that are blazing on top of the grave of Rachel. Yesh schar lepulasayich v'tikla achasayich. There will be a reward for the effort of every Jew, of every person who loves Israel, who loves the Jewish people, who loves the land, who loves the holiness. V'yesh tikva lachasayich, and there's hope for our future. V'shavu banim ligvulam. The children will return to their homeland, and they will be there and stand there proudly and continue to come. That's what God promises. Ne'um Hashem, says the Holy Lord. So may God protect and heal those that were wounded. And we're thinking about those that were killed. And as we stand at this holy place, which is so emotional for us, we think about the Yiddish mama, Rachel, and all the Yiddish mamas that have come before and after and have given their lives and have chosen sacrifice so they could be there for their children and for the future of Judaism. Have a good